New Zealand, yes, most New Zealanders are waking up to Arderns' gross ineptitude, and she knows it. Why else has she relaxed her grip at midnight on Monday night, her control over the day-to-day lives of most Kiwis? I'm amazed that so many of the direct descendants of what is known as the greatest generation have bowed, curtailed, and most amazingly accept the absolute ongoing nonsense her criminal, unscientific advice supported by a lying, misinformed twit, Bloomfield and his gaggle of misfits, so-called experts. Ardern during this time, in comparison to any other PM, has shown the greatest example of administration incompetence. I'm still amazed how the children of the greatest generation allowed that little lying individual hoodwink and even frighten them into believing wearing a mask was essential for one's safety. How the generations in great numbers went off like little lambs to the slaughter to get booster shots, even whilst all the warning and shouting danger were being made by virtually every member of any free-speaking scientific focus or health practice group. Even New Zealand doctors with science were calling out a caution. Where would we be today if my parents and grandparents, members of the greatest generation, were as gutless as their current offspring? The current offspring that actually believed and followed such bad, unscientific and criminal advice so easily dispensed by Ardern, Bloomfield and that gaggle of scientific, paid-off, irresponsible, brainwashed experts. It's hard to believe, certainly, in my camp at any rate, how New Zealanders swallow the Goebbels recipe for population control and subservience. If we went to war today, I believe our gutless, misinformed, lied-to New Zealand citizen would actually favour a surrender. The removal of the Ardern, Bloomfield, Baker-driven face mark rules are proof that this crazy bird of Morrisville has been pulling the tit of so many New Zealanders for just far too long. Their mandates against unvaxxed nurses and doctors are as unscientific as it gets, yet the weak-willed, easily led administrations actually enforced this incredible lie. A lie that these unvaxxed individuals were a danger to our health is absolutely preposterous. Yet with all the truckloads of current research and even medical proof going back 100 years, these deceitful, lying, manipulative, low-life scum still push this barrow of lies and misinformation simply to keep the population subservient to their evil control and their people program. The last 12 months has seen incredible growth of research to the dangers of booster shots, yet this Ardern, Bloomfield, Baker, Wilkes, Plank and Hendy have pushed the huge criminal lie that you should have a booster. Those lowlife are like an old aunt who suggested to cure your piles, take a tablespoon of arsenic. While we're discussing these booster shots, there's an absolute furor going on overseas currently, yet not a word can be seen in any of the New Zealand mainstream media, and certainly not from this awful, deceitful government and its witless followers. Embalmers from every corner of the globe are now reporting that those who have been boosted are showing a strange fibrous-like growth in their system. This growth has removed all potassium, zinc and other life-saving minerals from the body. Also, these morticians are reporting an exceptional growth for the use of their services. This is very serious finding, and we pass on their advice: stop having boosters and maybe start replacing the lost potassium and zinc within your body. So what has been left for the witless followers of this Ardernism. I believe a shorter lifespan, along with those whose gullibility has allowed this dangerous, lying, misinformation administration, who has played a very dangerous and evil game with the lives of all New Zealanders. They even have attacked the long-term healthy survival of our children, and that part of this evil application of supporting child vaccinations and mask wearing by the biggest lot of dropkicks you'll find anywhere, and they're better known as school teachers. Why has this crazy bird of Morrinsville now at this moment removed her pet indicator of control over the weak world and easily led Kiwi? The removal of the face mask mandates nothing to do with health, but certainly proof her stance on this issue has been a lie from day one. Her move on Monday afternoon to remove these mandates is what has always been control over the weak world and easily led nincompoops. She has removed those to assist in the political fortunes of that crackpot bevy of idiots called the Ardern Labour government. She knows keeping indicators of subservience would not help her at the next elections, which is only just over 12 months away. So, folk, welcome to the real world without the constant lies, nonsense and absolute crap fed by this Ardern gaggle for far too long. Up to Monday night, New Zealand was about the only country still insisting on mask wearing. When immigration officers of another country are asking the crazy New Zealanders to remove their masks for ID, and these officers themselves were not wearing masks, is a good indication what a pack of half-wits we have been listening to, this gaggle particular politicians and irresponsible COVID experts employed by that pack of Bloomfield misfits. I hope the plans, yes, I truly hope that the plans to have this lot put before the criminal court in The Hague for causing death through incompetence and misinformation does come to fruition. Ardern, Bloomfield, Baker and that lot, they certainly, in my view, should be behind bars.